Okay, what we hope to do today is cover three topics here. First, I'll discuss why it's critical to have your customers involved in assessing importance. And second, I'll discuss some common pitfalls associated when we analyze importance data. And last, Patty will discuss some best practices for collecting importance data in surveys. So identifying the most important needs your customers have is a major requirement for effective voice of the customer research. Let's face it, a typical VOC study results in over 100 detailed needs, and we don't have the time or resources to focus on all of these needs. It's just not efficient. And so we see several common roadblocks when companies attempt to prioritize their focus areas after VOC interviews. So first, companies often think it's as simple as having an internal group predict what's most important to customers without actually asking the customer directly. In practice, we find this actually just isn't true. Even when the internal team tries to think like the customer, they consistently miss the mark, and they actually fail to pinpoint potential white space in the market. And next, what we see is even when companies do go to customers to ask about importance, they often misinterpret the results. We'll talk about that. And the last thing is, customers often tell us that everything is important, and this just doesn't help us guide our strategic planning. What can we do? As I mentioned, Patty will go into more detail on this subject in the second half of our webinar today. An eye-opening exercise. So here at AMS, we've conducted an exercise with a number of our clients over the past couple of years. Once the VOC qualitative research has been completed, that is the process of identifying and organizing a complete set of customer wants and needs, what we do is we ask our clients to complete the same needs prioritization survey as the customer, the same survey in parallel. And we instruct them to, quote, think like the customer and answer as they think customers would. The key questions in the survey, there are two of them. One, how will customers rate each of these needs on importance? And two, how will customers rate currently available products' performance on meeting these needs? So what does this exercise accomplish? First, it overcomes the classic, we already knew that mentality that we see that often follows research findings that seem completely logical after the fact. But more importantly, it shows the team the importance of using customer input as a means to identify focus areas in the market. What we have found time and time again is that when teams try and think like the customer, they often wrongly dismiss needs that they themselves perceive to be unimportant. All too often, the team makes the mistake of thinking that certain customer needs just don't require attention by dismissing or underestimating the importance they believe that their customers actually place on them. So as an example, in a recent study we did on an industrial product that sold through distributors, when the team tried to think as the customer would, they assumed that some of the less tangible needs like dependable warranties and easy communication with the manufacturer and manufacturer reputation weren't important or as important. And when the customer data actually came back, the truth was that not only were these needs highly important to customers, but the market was actually failing to deliver on them. And so here we see a potential sweet spot for innovation and potential differentiation. So the lesson here is that we need to let the customer be the one to tell us whether a need is overemphasized or not, and we can't assume that we know this.